37 Kuvasz facts every owner should know. Number 1. The Kuvasz, a big Hungarian breed of livestock guardian dog, was originally bred for safeguarding livestock like horses, sheep, and cattle. References to this breed can be found in ancient Hungarian texts. Over time, through natural selection, Kuvasz dogs were selectively bred to suit local conditions and align with the cultural preferences of early Hungarian tribes, including their preference for white coats. Number 2. Kuvasz dogs have historically been royal guard dogs and guarded livestock, but have been increasingly found in homes as pets over the last 70 years. Number 3. Kuvasz dogs are sometimes called Kuvs for short, and when talking about more than one, they're called Kuvaszok. Number 4. In order to try and best understand the history of the Kuvasz, you gotta be aware of the origin of the Hungarians. Number 5. In November 1965, Dr. Sándor Pálffy, a Hungarian-born expert in dogs, published the first monthly magazine called The Puli in English. His research not only shed light on the history of Hungarian people, but also uncovered previously unknown details about 3 Hungarian dog breeds: the Kuvasz, the Puli, and the Commandor. Number 6. Dr. Pálffy and his colleagues examined ancient writings from the Sumerian civilization and studied excavated findings from Mesopotamia to learn about the Kuvasz's past. These old texts, written in languages like Sumerian, Sanskrit, Greek, and Latin, mentioned the Kuvasz, Puli, and Commandor breeds, showing they were present 7,000 to 8,000 years ago with Sumerian herdsmen. Number 7. Hungarians, who likely have Asian roots, may have descended from people in places like Sumeria and Scythia, and it's believed that Scythians could be their ancestors too. This suggests that the Kuvasz's history might have started in Mesopotamia around 6600 BC before traveling with these early people to present-day Hungary. Number 8. The origin of the name Kuvasz has also been debated by various scholars. The term Kuvasz originates from the Sumerian language with its initial letters Ku, Ku, derived from the old Sumerian word for dog, Kuda, composed of Kun, meaning tail, and Ada, meaning give, implying a dog that expresses itself with its tail. Over time, Kuda evolved into Kuda, which continues to be used in modern Dravidian languages. Number 9. One theory suggests that the name originates from the word Kuwasa, a Sumerian word that dates back some 7,000 years. Ku means dog and Asa means horse, thus Kuwasa means horse dog or dog of the horse. This makes sense since the Hungarians and their ancestors have always had a strong affinity and reliance on horses. Needing to keep up with horses might also explain why the Kuvasz is one of the most athletic and agile of all livestock guardian dogs. Number 10. In 1931, while exploring the ruins of the ancient city of Ugarit in Mesopotamia, led by the English archaeologist Sir H.J. MacDonald, a 7,000-year-old clay tablet was discovered. It had the word Kuwasa written in cuneiform, one of the earliest writing systems. This tablet is now on display at the British Museum in London. Number 11. In the Oriental Museum of Paris, 2 clay boards are displayed that were found at the ruins of the city of Kish by a French archaeologist, Maurice Espreau. Both are inscribed in cuneiform with the word Kuwasa. Number 12. In Mesopotamia, near the Euphrates River, there was a city called Ur that thrived around 3500 BC. During excavations led by archaeologist Sir C. Leonard Woolley from the British Academy of Science, 2 clay boards were found in Ur's ruins. These boards listed the possessions of 2 families, Kuth and Bana, which included horses, cattle, and sheep, as well as pulis, commandors, and 8 Kuwasa dogs owned by the Kuth family and 2 by Bana. These boards are now housed at the British Museum. Number 13. Another theory suggests that the name Kuvasz came from the word Kuvasz. It's believed that early Hungarians who migrated encountered the Kuvasz people, a type of Turkic people, with whom they traded and possibly adopted things, including the Kuvasz dog, or at least its name. The theory gains some support from the fact that Slovaks named their white livestock guardian dog breed Slovakian Kuvasz, which split off from the Hungarian breed, indicating a historical connection. Number 14. The Kuvasz is a big dog and typically stands between 26 and 30 inches tall and weighs around 70 to 115 pounds, making it notably larger than the Slovak Kuvasz. Number 15. We know that when the Hungarians conquered the Carpathian Basin, Europe, in 895 AD, the Kuvasz dog was already with them on their journey. A 1100-year-old dog skull found near Lake Balaton in Europe looks a lot like today's Kuvasz, showing that the breed existed in its current form even back then during the Hungarian conquests. Number 16. Considering this evidence, we can dismiss the theory that the Kuvasz is of Turkish origin or was brought to Hungary by the Ottoman Turks, as well as the notion that its name comes from the Turkish word Kuvasz, which means armed guard. This does not make sense because the Kuvasz was already a well-known breed long before the Ottoman Turks conquered Hungary. Number 17. Equally misleading is the notion that the Kuvasz originates from the Tibetan Mastiff. Some scientists believe all large dogs or livestock guardian dogs originate from the Tibetan Mastiff. However, there is no fossil, archaeological, cultural, linguistic, or geographical evidence linking the Kuvasz to the Tibetan Mastiff. Number 18. Recent scientific studies on canine genetics and evolution, such as those conducted by Parker and Gilbert from 2015, show that the Kuvasz is a genetically distinct breed closely related to wolves. This suggests that Kuvasz dogs have ancient origins among wild and primitive dogs, potentially starting their distinct lineage close to wolves. Number 19. Among the livestock guardian dog group, which includes breeds like the Great Pyrenees and an Anatolian Shepherd dog, Maremma dog, Slovak Kuvasz, and others, the Kuvasz is considered one of their predecessors. Number 20. Did you know that in Romania, there's breed-specific legislation just for Kuvasz dogs? Well, it specifies that they must be muzzled when in public places. Number 21. The great Babylonian king Hammurabi in 2250 BC inscribed a series of laws on a huge stone that is now at the Louvre Museum in Paris. These clause, called the Code of Hammurabi, dictate almost all parts of daily life. Included in the code is the mention of the 3 Hungarian breeds, Kuvasz, Komondor, and Puli by their names, which have remained unchanged for many thousands of years. Number 22. Written records from the 1400s suggest that the Kuvasz was possibly the first Hungarian breed to accompany its master from the vast prairies into homes and cities. Number 23. During the reign of Matthias Corvinus, king of Hungary from 1443 to 1490, the Kuvasz were used by the nobility for protection and hunting game. King Matthias even established his own breeding program and built huge kennels, housing hundreds of Kuvasz on his estate at Siebenbürgen. Number 24. In an era marked by chaos, betrayal, and frequent assassinations, the king placed greater trust in his dogs than in his own royal guardsmen. It is said that he kept at least 2 Kuvasz dogs by his side at all times. Number 25. A gift of Kuvasz to a nobleman from the king's royal kennels was considered a special honor, which opened the doors for the Kuvasz among the Hungarian nobility. However, for a common folk, owning one was against the law. Number 26. In a surprising twist of history, King Matthias I of Hungary gifted Vlad Dracula, better recognized as Vlad the Impaler or Count Dracula, with a pair of Kuvasz dogs for his wedding. Number 27. In recent times, with urbanization and conservation initiatives, wolves and bears are returning to northern Hungarian mountains, while feral dogs are also a problem. To address this predator resurgence, a Kuvasz breeder, Abraham Sepp, founded an NGO. This organization supplies farmers with Kuvasz dogs, effectively protecting their livestock and saving numerous sheep from falling prey to wild predators. Number 28. Selective breeding of the Kuvasz as a breed began in the latter part of the 19th century, and a breed standard was drawn up. By 1934, these rules were accepted by the Fédération Cynologique Internationale. Finally, in 1954, everyone fully agreed on them. Number 29. During the Second World War, the breed was almost driven to extinction in Hungary. No doubt the large ferocious white dogs protecting the families and farms were a problem to invading German forces. Some letters of the time suggest the dogs were exclusively hunted by occupying troops. Ironically, at the same time, some German officers were known to have taken some Kuvasz dogs home with them. Number 30. After the war, a factory owner wanted a Kuvasz to guard his property. A search of the country found less than 30 dogs remaining, but thanks to his efforts and the efforts of other dedicated breeders in Hungary and other parts of Europe, the Kuvasz was repopulated in Hungary. Number 31. In the United States, we have Miss Mabel Marsh to thank for her devotion and work of growing and expanding the breed and establishing America's first Kuvasz breeding program. Number 32. Hungarian diplomat and athlete Count Miksa Esterházy was the first to show a Kuvasz in a dog show, displaying 2 Kuvaszok in Vienna in 1883. Number 33. The first Hungarian standard for the breed was written in 1885, and the first Kuvasz registered in the US appears in the stud books of August 1931. Number 34. The American Kennel Club first recognized the breed in 1931, and the first breed club formed in 1939. Number 35. The American Kennel Club includes the breed Kuvasz in the working dog group. Number 36. The Kuvasz Club of America was established in 1966 and granted status as the official breed club in America by the American Kennel Club in 1993. Number 37. In 1936, a Kuvasz named C.H. Reich von Waldfried became the first AKC champion. Alright guys, now which of these Kuvasz facts surprised you the most? Please let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.